Hello, everyone. Good evening, morning, afternoon, from wherever in the world you are joining from. We warmly welcome you to our week 9 of our weekly webinar series that is empowering finance professionals to play a business centric role at the forefront, that is hosted by Hub of Finance Transformation. And today we are going to cover week 9 of our weekly webinar series, that is Finance Business Partner as a Value Creator. It's going to be presented by Mohamed ELRouby, who has already joined us from Dubai, UAE. So first of all, we are highly thankful to all of you for taking out time to attend this webinar, and we hope you can get lots of value and insightful ideas from the experience of Mohamed ELRouby as a finance business partner. So today is week 9. So we have started this weekly webinar series almost 2 months back, and it is a 3 months, you can say, a learning and development journey. And this is like a free webinars we are offering to support our global community of finance and accounting professionals during these tough times, who are aspiring to transform their careers and to take more leadership roles in the future. So there are lots of videos. All of the recordings you can find on our YouTube channel as well, by the name of Hub of Finance Transformation. And I will give you also some further details, which topics we have covered in the upcoming slides uh, during our last couple of sessions. So today we are going to talk about finance business partner as a value creator. So as you all know that business models have been constantly changing for the last couple of years due to technological disruptions, global economic crisis, changing customer needs and business environment, and above all, this COVID-19 pandemic. Volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity, that what we call as VUCA environment, are obviously the new business realities. Therefore, finance need to remain relevant business partners, rethinking traditional processes and evaluating growth opportunities. That's the reason most of the finance functions today are realizing that they need to change what they had done in the past, modernize their infrastructure, and move towards more proactive collaborative models. So historically, as you all know, that finance function was involved in preserving the business value, whereas now they need to focus more on creating business value by enabling finance function with the right mindset, people, processes, and systems to drive key business decisions. So in our today's webinar with Mohamed ELRouby, you will learn about finance unique opportunity to add value to the integrated business performance management process due to its unique access to and analytical skills with the company data to develop business insights for the benefit of executive and operations management to support them in their operational and strategic decision making. So as you all know, Mohamed ELRouby, he has a very experienced finance business partner, and he's also a global speaker. He speaks at different platforms at international level, and you can also find lots of insightful ideas and lots of insightful articles from him on the LinkedIn as well. So regarding his background, Mohamed ELRouby is a senior finance business partner and FP&A leader with more than 18 years of experience in global multinational companies, including J&J, Novartis, Allergan, Takeda, and Energizer. He handled multiple international senior finance roles across Middle East, Africa, India, Turkey, and Southwest Asia. And he's also international finance writer and speaker. And his qualification is he's a CGMA, Chartered Global Management Accountant from CIMA, UK. He is also a FP&A certified corporate professional from AFP Association for Finance Professional USA, and also he holds MBA degree in finance and investment. So he has quite a rich corporate experience and credentials, as you can see. So of course you can get lots of value from him, from all of his ideas and insights and perspective, what he's going to share today. So those of you who are joining our webinar for the first time, I will just like to quickly take you to our platform, Hub of Finance Transformation, that we have formed, and who is the organizer and host of all these weekly webinar series. So as you can see, our vision is solely to transform accountants and finance professionals into strategic finance leaders. And our mission is to build a global network and community of highly polished, tech-savvy, and strategic-minded accounting and finance professionals with unique ability to add tremendous amount of value to their employers, businesses, families, and communities. So our ultimate aim is to create, nurture, and maintain an environment of growth, challenge, and unlimited potential for all those around us. And we are very successfully moving towards our vision and mission, as already we have close to 1,200 members on LinkedIn and close to 500 subscribers on our YouTube channel. So they are getting lots of value from our content, and all of these contents and webinars we are providing totally free of cost, because during the tough time, it's also our social responsibility to support our global community of finance and accounting professionals. And also, we are not just providing these webinars from just some trainers who just used to provide from their theoretical knowledge. We are collaborating with some globally renowned experts in the field of finance leadership who have decades of experience and who shared their experience in their webinars. As you can see, some of our major contributors, although we have contributed with lots of other speakers as well from UK, Australia, Middle East, USA, and different parts of the world, but they are our major contributor. You can say our strategic contributors, including me, myself, Mohamed Ishan, and Mohamed ELRouby, and Jasper. He is from USA. He's the finance director of Oracle, and Brian Kalish, Steve, Washi, Zaid, Anand Soni. So they are our major contributor who used to share their research content and all the latest material and developments that's going on in the field of finance and accounting, including emerging and digital technologies. And this is our strategic finance leadership framework. If you aspire to become a world-class strategic finance leader, you can use this framework. And as you can see, this is based on the 6 main pillars. 2 on your left-hand side, that's public and personal leadership, that is all about your inner and outer game. That is your weapon of mass influence to create positive and strong impact and influence that mostly include your soft skills. And on the right hand side, you can see most of your technical knowledge and skills that include your financial, strategic, operational, and technology leadership. So if you have all these technical competence, but if you don't have the soft skill, your public leadership, your that includes your communication, your relationship building skills, your collaboration with non-finance business functions, and your ability to deal with different cultures, different work environment, different people. Like if you don't have emotional intelligence in yourself, so of course, how you can create positive and strong impact, no matter how high level of technical or strategic or business or finance knowledge you have. So during our this weekly webinar series, we have covered almost each of these pillars of strategic finance leadership from our framework, and we collaborated with different experts from different parts of the world who have expertise in each of these areas, who are subject matter experts. So all of the recordings of our previous sessions you can find on our YouTube channel, that is by same name, that is Hub of Finance Transformation. So all of the recording replays are available there, and just what you need to invest is your time. These all are available on demand, so you can just go to our channel and at your convenience time you can just watch. And we can assure you that if you watch all of these webinars, that has almost, including today webinar, it will be 9-hour session. So you can got lots of value, and it can help you, and it can help you to build your skills, your knowledge, and to initiate your transformation journey towards strategic finance leader, to become a world-class strategic finance leader. And these are our last 3 webinars. As we mentioned, it is a 3-month webinar series. Today is the 9th webinar, and we have 3 more to come. And these are also very exciting and very interesting topics. As you can see, we have some global speakers who are going to present these areas, including Martin Bookland, who will be joining us from Toronto, Canada. He's a career matchmaker and a global recruiter as well, and he will share about champion yourself, about the career management. And Brian Kalish has an expert in FP&A. He will be sharing Sleep to Insight at the speed of thought. Then we have CF Wong from Singapore. He will be joining us to share his experience as finance business partner in turning around the loss-making operations in the midst of. He will share his own experience. So these are also very interesting, and I highly encourage you all to also attend and register for these webinars. So now, without taking any further time, I will just release my controls and give them to Mohamed ELRouby so he can initiate his session. Just give me a second. And also, if you have any questions during the webinar, just you can drop your questions in the chat box, and we will try to address all questions as maximum as possible during the Q&A session. And this is going to be, as you know, a 1-hour webinar. So here you go, Mohammed.
Thank you, Zishan. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah, perfectly.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our interesting session about value creation for finance business partnering. It will be a very interactive session. I encourage each one of you to put questions on the chat box, and also I'm gonna run some questions and some polls to get your feedback as well. So our agenda today, we're gonna discuss what is value creation, what are the key enablers for finance business partnering to create true value to organizations, and we're gonna conclude our session by the way or the roadmap of value creation by finance business partnering. Before I start, do you believe finance business partnering is a cost center or profit center? Can you put your feedback on the chat box right now? I would like to see your beliefs and your idea. Do you see it a true profit center or a cost center? Can you put your feedback on the chat box right now? I can see some people put profit center, yeah. Okay, so I can see majority see finance is a profit center, not a cost center. And that's really what I believe in, that finance has a lot of opportunity to add to business. Finance has a lot of opportunity to create true value to business. So I completely agree with all of you that finance should be a profit center, not a cost center. That's why today we're gonna see what kinds of value finance can add, and also what is needed for finance to create value, and what is the roadmap. So what kinds of value creation could be added by finance? So let's understand first, what kind of value should the company generate? The value starts when the company has a talented employees combining with the right technology, right systems, right culture, and right leadership, all of them working together to create true value to our customers. Once we create true value to our customers, and once we have a loyal customers who generated a sustainable revenue to the company, our customers will generate value to our shareholders. So the value started when the company make some kinds of activities using the combination of talented employees, technology, culture, leadership to create true value to customers, and the customer will create value to our shareholders by creating a sustainable revenue. So what is the role of finance business partnering in this value creation model? What is exactly we can add as a finance people to our organization? There are two ways to create values to our organization. Number one, there is a direct way. So we are as a finance, we can work within the finance department, within the value chain of the finance department to create direct value to shareholders. Like, for example, we can improve our cash flow, which will increase the free cash flow for our investors. We can improve our working capital. We can optimize our collection. We can optimize our inventory. So we can have a lot of value adding through only the finance community, or only through the finance value chain, which is a direct value adding, directly from finance function to shareholders. This is the first way. The second way of creating value, which is the indirect way, which is finance can work as a business partner with all the functions, with all stakeholders to drive performance, to drive decision support, and to drive decision making, to help all functions to create true value to our customers, and our customer will generate value to shareholders. And we call it as an indirect way of value creation. So finance has two ways. We can create value through our finance department, and also we can create value through the whole value chain of our organization. Also, value creation has each type of them, or the direct method, has two other sub grouping, and also the indirect has also another subgrouping. For example, the direct way through finance, we can create value through improving our performance through effectiveness way. So we can work with our finance department to create a direct value to our shareholders through effectiveness. What does it mean by effectiveness? Which means finding strategic initiatives to create direct value to our shareholders. Like, for example, we can improve our collection, we can improve our cash flow, and that's an effective and strategic way to drive value to our shareholders. Efficiencies, we are, as a finance, we can improve our reporting, we can improve our system, we can improve the workflows. That is a kind of optimization, a kind of efficiencies, and also that's, we called it efficiencies way. Definitely the effectiveness way is more high value adding activities to our shareholders than the efficiencies. The same way also for the indirect way, also there is effectiveness, which is when we work with our stakeholders on strategic initiatives, strategic decision making to create true value to our customers, and our customer will create value to our stakeholders through, for example, helping our business partners to enter new market, to introduce new product. This is strategic initiatives will help our business partners to create true value to the company in the long term, which is called effectiveness value adding activities. Efficiencies also, we can help our business partners to do things right. So by also ensuring optimization of our operations, by also ensuring efficiencies in our process and the procedures, and that also has a value, but less than the effectiveness way. So as you can see, finance has a lot of opportunities to add value to our customers and to our shareholders. So what stops us to create value? What are the key obstacles? What are the key challenges for finance to create true value to our stakeholders? Let's see. Number one, the mindset. So if you would like to create an effective finance business partnering department, if you would like to be a true finance business partnering, your starting point should be the mindset of yourself and the mindset of your finance team. So mindset, what should be changed to be a true business partners and to create value? Number one, curiosity. Finance people should have the curiosity to learn, curiosity to understand, curiosity to know how to build relationships, curiosity to understand what is behind numbers. So curiosity is very important. Mindsets should be changed to be a true business partner. Number two, bias for actions and problem solving. I see some finance professionals, people just sending recommendations to their business partner, just working like a consultants for their business partner. But that's not our role as a business partners. We are not just helping our business partners by sending them recommendations. Guys, you have to improve pricing. Guys, you have to reduce costs. We are not a consultants. We are a true business partners. So we have to ensure actionable insights, action plans, problem solving. We are not just sending recommendation. We cannot just send monthly reporting package with some recommendation. We are not a consultant, guy. We are a true business partners who are helping the organization to create true value. Number three, stretching beyond the comfort zone. We should move away from our comfort zone. We should move away behind computer screen. We cannot influence our business partners behind computer screen. So we have to move from our finance world and we have to discover the other world for the other functions. Number four, get to yes. As we see many CFOs and many finance directors get to know by like a CF no, not a CFO, because you always say no, that's not a good idea. We cannot accept this campaign because we don't have budget. No. That's not the mindset for finance business partnering. Finance business partnering should have the mindset to get to yes. If you see any idea and if you don't see it a valid idea, ask the right questions. help people to turn around the idea and find a better way to get it done, to get it workable. So we have to have the mindset of get to yes. We have to listen carefully. We have to ask the right questions before saying no to our business partners. And that's the mindset we have to have. And also we have to develop our team to have such kind of mindset, which is get to yes. Speak their languages. Again, as a mindset, we have to speak the business language, not our finance language. People does not understand our finance language. They don't understand our sophisticated finance language. We cannot tell people as per matching principles, you have to book the accrual now. You have to put the marketing campaign in 2020, not in 21, right? So we have to speak very simple language. We have to speak business language to our stakeholders to be a true business partners. From complexity to simplicity, again, if you would like to be an effective business partner, make things simple to your business partners. When you make any presentations, please stop using this kind of complicated tables, complicated numbers, busy slides. Make it simple for them. Make your message very clear to your business partners. And also make things simple. Use visuals, use simple tables, use simple graphs. That will help you to deliver a powerful message. And that's also one of the key mindset we have to change to be a true business partners. From process to relationships, most of finance people are get busy with system implementation, system submissions. So we are a process oriented by nature, but we have to change the mindset and we have to focus more on building relationships. Building relationships is a key pillar to be a true business partner. We cannot influence our stakeholders without having a strong relationships with them. We cannot get insights from them. We cannot asking them to make any change without having a true relationships with them and a strong business relationships with them. From tell to sell, we have to change also the old mindset of finance. Our role is not to tell people what to do. Our role is to sell ideas and convince people and influence people on what they have to do as a business our role as a business partners. So we cannot put in our report, we have to increase prices by 15%. We are recommending to eliminate these products from our product list. That's not a business partnering role. Our role is to sell the idea. We have to prepare like a business case with a very good storytelling to convince people to make an actions. That should be the mindset of business partnering. Again, our role is not to tell people what to do. Our role is to sell the right ideas to convince people to do the right things and to do things right as well. From challenging to coaching, again, I'm still seeing even in the job description of finance people put that finance should challenge business. We have to challenge business. Even some managers until now saying we have to challenge people, we have to challenge the salespeople. Our role is not to challenge people. Our role is to coach people. Our role is to ask them the right questions and get the actions from their side, to get the actions that they are convinced to do. So our role again is not to challenge people. When you challenge people, people will immediately take a defensive mood or defensive situation. That's why we have to coach people, ask them the right questions, asking them to change things in elegant way. Even if you'd like to challenge people, challenge in an elegant way. That should be the mindset of finance business partner to add true value to the organization. From data to insights, again, providing reports is not an insights. Providing P&Ls is not insights. Providing balance sheet is not insights. Even when you put a very nice graphs and very nice charts and put comments, that's also not insights. Insights is when you turning the data by knowing first what happened, why that happened, by understanding what is behind numbers and asking the right questions to your stakeholders to know exactly what should be done differently. How can we improve our business? How can we do things differently? And once you get actionable insights, that's the true role of finance business partnering. So finance business partnering is have to turn the data into insights and also to foresights, which is a long-term looking forward. From numbers to stories, again, finance should stop presenting numbers. We have to present stories, business stories. People know the numbers. Anyone can click by only one click and get the data from system, right? So anyone knows that. Our salespeople know their numbers by heart. They don't expect from us numbers. They expect from us business stories. What is behind numbers? How can we improve things? That should be the mindset of business partners. Again, from emails to face-to-face, that's a very important mindset should be changed for all finance people. We cannot influence using emails. We cannot influence our stakeholders when we are working behind computer screens. We have to move from our comfort zone, move away from your desk, meet your HR people, meet your supply chain people, meet your IT people, meet your sales people, spend quality time with the people in the field, meet customers, meet suppliers. We cannot influence, we cannot make a change, we cannot create value through emails. We cannot build relationships through emails. Again, please avoid emails. Emails using only to document something, sharing informations, that's all. But we cannot convince people through emails. We cannot influence people through emails. We cannot understand what is behind numbers through emails. Again, please stop emails if you'd like to be a true business partner and have face-to-face meeting with your business partners. So that's about a mindset. I would like also to hear from you. Do you have any questions before we move to the second means or the second enablers? Any questions?
Hello.
Yes.
Hi, this is Talha speaking. I have a question reference to the email to face-to-face. The question is, normally as a finance business partner, we should keep a proof of the communications and the discrepancies which has been identified as a finance partner. So if we move from email to face-to-face, so this thing will be hurdle, you know. We will not be having a track records that what has been communicated, and you can say whatever the proof we have. So how to address this thing then?
Yeah, thank you very much, Sarah. That's a very good point and very good practical also questions. What I'm seeing that we can use email for documentation, as you mentioned, that's fine, but we cannot use email to sell ideas. We cannot use email to convince people. If you would like to understand what's behind numbers, go to the sales office, go to the marketing people, meet them, understand from them what's behind numbers. If you'd like to prepare a business cases or have a scenario analysis, meet people. Don't use just email and send them 2 or 3 scenarios and send them, guys, this is my input. That's the way we have to do as a business partner. I hope I could answer your questions. Any other questions?
No, thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, Mohamed, Jasmine with you.
Yes, just.
Actually, there is some emotional intelligence which we need to play apart from emails. That will come only with the face-to-face interaction, what you rightly mentioned.
Yes,
financial has to move out of numbers to get best of numbers. That will happen only we interact face-to-face, which is lagging nowadays.
Thank you, Jasmine. I completely agree with you. I can't agree more. That's a very, very valid point. Emotional intelligence and using emotional with people, convincing people, seeing the body language, that's much impact has more impact than having just emails without emotions, without seeing the body language of the other people. Sometimes people also doesn't understand our message through email. So having the right approach by meeting people face to face, asking them the right questions, build relationships with them, that's definitely the right way to be a true business partner. Any other questions? I can see, give example of from numbers to stories. Yeah, that's very important point. So if you would like to have a powerful message, or if you would like to deliver a powerful message to your stakeholders, when you present to them just numbers like we are growing by 10%, we have a decrease in cost by 30%, this is just numbers. How can you convince people using only numbers? So we have to tell them the stories behind number. When you present to board, you cannot, for example, present to them one P&L which includes, let's say, 10 numbers of actuals comparing to budget, comparing to forecast versus prior year, or sometimes we put some ratios. Can you see some? We can see some slides includes more than 200 numbers, 200 digits in one slide. Do you see this kind of slides would be powerful to deliver a powerful message to your stakeholders? Or if you put only 1 or 2 or 3 numbers, maximum 3 numbers in your slide and put the right story behind each number, do you think which one would be powerful? Which one will help you to convince your stakeholders to convey the powerful message? So we have to tell stories, not to tell just numbers. People want to understand the commercial drivers, the business drivers behind numbers, because they are already can read numbers. You can just print out the numbers from system. That's why we have to say that business partners telling the business stories, not only telling numbers. Any other questions? Example of stretching beyond the comfort zone. Yeah, moving from comfort zone. Finance people by nature likes to work on spreadsheets, spend hours working in systems, working behind computer screens. And most of finance people by nature, they are a bit of introvert people, right? They are focusing on their numbers, their month in the closing, and they don't have much time to interact and socialize with other commercial people. So we need to move from our comfort zone by only focusing on our finance activities to invite people for coffee outside office, invite people for informal meetings, join cross-functional activities, conduct market visits, meet customers, meet suppliers, spend quality time with your salespeople. People on the ground will give you a lot of insights, a lot of information. So please move from your comfort zone, move away from your finance community and speak to people. Spend quality time with your business people. Any other questions? This is the mindset we are encouraging each one to be a true business partner. Okay, so this is the first enablers, which is mindset. Then, what should we do else to be a true business partner, to create value to our organization? Now we changed our mindset, we changed our team's mindset. What else should be done? Competencies, the skill set. What kind of skills we have to develop to be a true business partners? Number one, building relationships. If you have only one skill you have to develop to be a business partner, I encourage you to focus on building relationships. You cannot influence people without having relationships. No way to convince people to sell your ideas, to make a change in your organization without having a strong relationships with your business partners. Second, competencies, business acumen. Can you imagine that without business acumen, we cannot do anything in value creation? Business acumen is your admission ticket to attend all business meetings. Our shareholders, our business partners, our stakeholders will not allow us to attend the business meeting without proving that we have a solid business acumen. How can we ask business the right questions without understanding our business well? How can we analyze our value chain, our business model, without understanding our business? How can we put the right business stories behind numbers without having the proper business acumen? So if you are developing a finance business partnering team, or if you'd like to develop yourself to be a true business partner, building relationships, business acumen are a must-to-have skills for any business partner. Turning internal and external data into insights and foresights. As we mentioned, providing reports is not insights, providing balance sheet is not insights, providing cash flow is not insights. Even if you provided sales trend with a very nice visualization, that's not insights. Insights is to ask the business, so what, and make it actionable insights. How can we improve our profitability? How can we continue or having a sustainable, profitable growth? insights and foresights are the outcomes should come from our business partners. Storytelling, as we mentioned, we are not presenting numbers. We have to present business stories. So we have to develop our skills of telling the right business stories. Strategic thinking and looking forward view to speak to our business and to ask them about our strategic objectives and to provide foresights. We should have our strategic thinking. How can we join a strategic project? How can we attend a strategic meetings without having our strategic thinking and looking forward view? Finance business partner should looking forward. Accountants look backward and understand that all the historical data are correct. But finance business partner always looking forward, thinking what should be done differently. How can we improve our future cash flow? How can we improve our future net working capital? How can we improve our profitability? Always finance business partner should look forward, and that should be the mindset also, and competence should be developed for business partners. Critical thinking and problem solving. Again, our role is not just to send the recommendations to people. Our role is to help our business partners to solve their business problems. That's the role of business partners. I have to visit our supply chain team and tell them, how can I help you today? How can we improve our demand forecasting model? How can we improve our ROI for the marketing campaign? So we have to work closely with our business partners and to solve their problems. That's our role as a business partner. Communicating to influence. How can we convince people without having the right communication skills? How can we tell the right business stories without having communication skills? How can we ask the right business questions without having the right communication skills? So communication skills is a must-to-have competency for any finance business partner. How can we negotiate with our business partners? How can we run multiple scenarios with them? So communication skills is a must-to-have skill for all business partners. Negotiation skills, again, you always have a debate with your business partners. We are always running scenarios with them, and we have to develop our skills of negotiation skills. How can we get the maximum revenue? How can we get the less cost with the highest ROI? So it needs a lot of kind of negotiation with our business partners to reach the maximum performance and to drive the right performance. Coaching skills, again, our role is not to work as a policeman inside organization. Our role is not just to work as a controller inside the organization. Our role is to coach our business partners, asking them the right questions, to get the right insights from them, to get the right actions from them. So again, our role is not to challenge our business partners. Our role is to coach them to get the right things from their side. Technology savvy. As you can see, that technology is evolving right now, and there are a lot of development in the technology side. So as a business partners, we have to know all the updates in the technology, how to capitalize RPA in automating our scenario planning. How can we use artificial intelligence to run some kinds of reports? How can we turn data into insights using a kind and capitalizing on technology? So finance business partnering, I'm not saying we should be a data science or we should be a technical technology experts, but we have to understand how can we capitalize our technology to get the maximum efficient way of doing our business. Any questions on competencies? Okay, I have questions to all of you, and I encourage also all of you to put your thoughts and your feedback in the chat box. Do you see what is missing if we already changed the mindset of our team? We developed the right competencies for our team. What is missing? What's missing to create value to our organization? What's missing to create value to our shareholders? If you have the right team with the right skills, with the right mindset, what should be done different? What's missing? Do you have any thoughts? If I give you tomorrow a full team with the high skills of all the competencies we mentioned and with the right mindset, do you see anything else missing? Yeah, we can see implementation, we can see SWOT analysis, enrichment in reporting. But I'm saying, as a business partners, what is missing in your team? If you have the right team with the right skills, with the right mindset, do you see anything else? Execution, support decision making. Okay. There are many communication gap, yes, should support decision making, communication gap. Okay, so we are talking now about enablers, right? And there are many surveys has been done with the business partners. What are their biggest challenge for business partners? If you have the right mindset and you have the competence, what is stopping you to be a true business partner? Can you imagine that the biggest pain for finance business partnering is the time, is the capacity, is freeing up their times? That's very valid and a practical comment. Finance business partners in many companies are overwhelmed with month-end closing, with finance operations, with cash flow preparations, with budgeting submissions. So they are overwhelmed with many tasks, and they don't have enough time to build relationships with business partners. They don't have enough time to spend the quality time with the people in the field. They don't have enough time to ask the people the right questions, to spend quality time with the business people. And that's the biggest challenge of finance business partners. They don't have a free time to do the right things, to invite people for coffee outside office, to conduct frequent field visit and meet customers and meet distributors and meet wholesalers. So time capacity is a big challenge for most of business partners. So I see it one of the most important enablers for your business partners, for your team. If you would like to get from them the maximum benefits, you have to free up their time. So how can we free up our business partners' time? What should be done differently to free up our finance team time? I believe there are, I name it 4 A's. Number 1, eliminate. What does it mean by eliminate? Believe me, if you go tomorrow to your office and review all the reports your finance team has to send on a monthly basis, you will see many reports which has no value to the business. People will never ever read it. Some people only read 1 or 2 pages of a big pack of 40 pages or 50 pages, and finance spend hours in preparing finance package at the end of each month, and very few people read it. Sometimes no one read it. Sometimes your finance people get used to send reports maybe for a very long time, for since 5 years or 7 years, and no one read it. No one reads the whole reports. So we have to re-evaluate our tasks again. You will see many less value-adding tasks. You will see many reports, no one read it. You will see many reports that has a very less value-adding to our business partner. So let's eliminate all the non-value-adding activities. Let's eliminate all the non-value-adding reports, and that will free up your team's time to focus more on the value, the higher value-adding activities. Number 2, automate. Again, now we have a very good development in technology right now. We have RPA, we have AI, we have many good BI systems. We have many good, technological tools or digital tools. Please capitalize on technology to automate as much as you can, from the manual tasks. You can make a lot of efficiencies through technology, through automation, and that will again free up your the time for your team. So automation is very important. Review all the tasks again that your finance team are doing. Review all the process, all the cycles again. You will find a lot of opportunities for automation. Even if you would like to use even the simple Excel file or the simple Microsoft Excel tool. There are many ways to automate things, and that will free up your team's time to focus more on high value adding activities. So we said eliminate, automate, and now delegate. There are many tasks of finance could be delegated to third party, could be delegated to shared service, could be delegated to other departments. We can ask the business intelligence team or the IT team to create reports for us. They have already the technical IT knowledge. They can already make some reports for us. You can ask other functions to make some tasks for that finance get used to make it. Delegate that also. Delegation will help you also to free up your team's time. Number 4, allocate. Reallocate the time again of your team to focus on the high value adding activities. Speak to your business people. Ask them what are the key priorities this year? What are the key reports we have to focus on? What are the key value chain activities we have to focus on? And reallocate your team's time to focus only on the high value adding activities. Reallocate your team's time to focus on the strategic priorities for your company. We cannot do everything. Our finance team cannot do everything. If you analyze the value chain, you can see hundreds of activities. We cannot make analysis for every cycle. So please, again, meet the business people and agree with them on the high value adding activities, only on the key priorities, and make your team focus on the high value adding activities. You can't imagine the impact your team can give to business if they focus on the things the same your business people are focusing on. So reallocate your team's time, and that will help you a lot to create value to your business partners. So that's the third enablers I wanted to share with you, and also I'm open for any questions. Any questions on the freeing up the team's time, or any questions on all enablers we have mentioned right now?
Yes, Mohammed, I think there is one question in the chat box. On storytelling, it appears that finance business partner tell stories for the sake of optimism. When do you draw a line between trying to sell an optimistic storytelling view and speaking the one truth based on the numbers?
Yeah, actually, storytelling it's not about motivating people or telling a good news or bad news. Storytelling is telling the right business stories, telling what happened, why that happened, what are the key business drivers, and what could be done differently. So we have to deliver a whole business stories, because our board or our senior management, they are not expecting from us to read the numbers. We cannot just tell them what happened or even why that happened, because they know exactly what happened. They know exactly that we have, for example, increase in sales last month. We have drop of sales last month. They know that because of competition, that because of a price reduction happened by authorities or whatever. So they know exactly. So our role is not to repeat the things that they are already know. Our role is to tell them the whole business stories behind our business performance. That should be our role as a business partner. Any other questions? Did I answer your question?
I think there is one more question from Mohamed ELRouby. If someone delegate his work to someone, may unsecure his position in the organization. How to secure it?
Yeah, definitely we are securing our position by creating value to our organization. If the company seeing that we are creating value, we are adding a true value to the business, definitely the company will be keen to keep us. So it's all about creating value, adding value. Your business partners should see you a true value from your position. It's not only about your keeping information or you are knowing some things that other doesn't know. It's all about creating value. If the marketing team saw, no, this guy is creating value, he helped us a lot to improve our top line, he helped us a lot to optimize our pricing, he helped us a lot to reallocate our resources from less value adding activities to high value adding activities. So it's all about the value you are adding to the business, and it's all from their side. It's all about what is in it for me, right? Your business partner say, what's in it for me? What are we getting from this person? What are we getting from this finance people? So it's all about what's in it for me. So we have to ensure that we are creating true value to our business, and for sure our company definitely will be keen to keep us. Another important point, please, as a business partner, you have to keep log or track record of all the initiatives you created during the quarter or during the year or during the biannually or whatever, and at the end of the year show people, guys, I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects, and this project makes saving for the company $100,000. This initiatives increase the top line by 2%. That initiatives make increase the ROI by X amount. So as a business partners, we have to know how to sell ourselves, how to keep a track record and log of all of the activities we have created to our business. I hope I could answer your question.
Yes, Mohammed, and there is one more good question from Samia Al-Mazrui. Which is better, to have a separate finance team focusing only on FBP, or the same finance team who produce finance numbers can play FBP role?
Sorry, can you say it again?
She want to ask which is better, either to have a separate finance team focusing on the finance business partner, or the same finance team who produce finance numbers can play FBP role.
That's a very, very good question, and actually that's a very practical question. The ideal situation is to separate or split the team between people who are creating numbers, focusing on systems, focusing on the operations. That should be a separate team, to the people who has to be close to business, or close to the commercial people, or close to the business as a business partner. The ideal structure for finance department is to have, for example, one team for accounting or operations, one team for FP&A. What I mean by FP&A, FP&A is the processing part, which is budgeting, planning, reporting, all kinds of system oriented operations, and free up the finance business partnering to sit with the commercial team, to sit with the business people, to find opportunities to improve top and bottom line, to run scenarios for the business people to see what should be the right decisions, to help them to evaluate marketing campaign and calculate ROI, to help them to optimize cost and generate more revenues, and evaluate risks and opportunities. So the ideal situation is to separate finance business partnering and freeing up their time from all system operations, from their day-to-day tasks, and freeing up their time to focus as a true business partners with the organization. That should be the ideal situation, Sami.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Okay, that's all.
Thank you. Now we have all the needed tools to create value to our organization. So we should move to the execution, the way, the roadmap. Now we have the right team, we have the right mindset, we're already working on freeing up our team's time. Now it's the right time to implement, to execute. So what should we do as a business partners? Number one, we have to align. We have to meet our business people and align with them on the key strategic objectives of the company, on the key priorities of the company. What are the high value adding activities? What is our focus this year? What is our strategic focus in the coming 3 years? And once we align with the business people on the key high value adding activities, on the key focuses area, we can we can work on those activities to make full analysis or full value chain analysis on those high value adding activities. So number one, align with your business people on the high value adding activities, on the key focuses area, on the key strategic priorities, then analyze them, go to the business model of your company and the value chain of your company, and analyze those activities and evaluate those activities and think, how can we improve things? If, for example, if pricing is one of the key areas in the company, or one account is a strategic account for the company and the company wants to expand the business with such account, make full analysis for that account and think, how can we improve things with that account? How can we improve things? What are the key initiatives as a business partner I can create? Collect internal data, collect external data, and make full analysis of such activities. And based on that, you can generate a lot of ideas that can improve the business and maximize the value to your customers and shareholders using full analysis and using insights and foresights. Then once you have a list of initiatives or activities that we can present to our business partners as an initiatives to improve our value chain, then evaluate, sit with them and evaluate those initiatives. Which one is worth to be executed? Which initiatives will add a true value to our business? Which one is workable? Which one is applicable to implement? Then agree with your business partners on the key ideas or the key initiatives that should be done, and then execute. Lead the execution. Again, our role is not as a consultant just telling people you have to do 1, 2, 3, and this is our initiative, this is our recommendations, and we move back again to our finance office. That's not finance business partnering. Finance business partnering is to lead the initiatives from end to end, from A to Z, even by leading the project itself or working as a catalyst inside your organization to connect the dots, to connect the puzzles, sitting with all functions, connect the right people, the right functions to get it done. Our role is to get things done. Our role is to lead the execution. It's not just sending recommendation to people. And that should be a true business partnering activities. Again, align with your business partners on the key activities, analyze those activities, think on initiatives to generate values from those activities, share with your team which activities could be implemented, which one is workable, which one is more value adding to your organization, then lead it as a team leader or as a catalyst inside your organization to get it done. This is an example of a value chain analysis. So inside your organization, you can see two types of value chain analysis. One is the primary activities, which includes the core activities that create values to our customers, starting from supply chain until delivering our goods or services to our customers. And also we have support functions like HR, IT, procurement. Also, we can find many opportunities behind those functions as well. So each box of them includes tens and hundreds of activities that each function are doing, starting from importing our goods or producing our goods, and then in the operations or in the manufacturing side, there are many activities. So agree with your business partners which activities inside the whole value chain cycle in my organization should be my key focus points, and agree with them on those points. Think how to improve those activities, and then definitely lead it until get it done. That's the role of finance business partnering. Again, our role is not consulting. Our role is not just controlling activities. Our role is to create value. Once from those activities you created values to improve top and bottom line, you will be a true profit center, because we help the organization to improve the top line by generating more revenues, and also improving the bottom line by improving revenues and also reducing cost. I'm done from my side, and I'm open also if any other questions today. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. And if anyone has any questions or comments, they can either unmute themselves as well or leave the question in the chat box. So I think, Mohammed, yes, you have, I think, made some excellent points, and I think highly practical steps, enablers, and the roadmap. And as you rightly mentioned, I think the first and the foremost, most important thing is the right mindset. Because of course, if we don't have the mindset, no matter which technology we implement, no matter what processes are there, if we don't have the mindset and we don't have the passion to become a finance business partner and support the business, of course, we cannot create any influence or we cannot make a difference. So yeah, that's, I think, a very valid point, that the mindset is the foundation. And we used to, at HOFT, we used to do webinars and workshops for different regions, including Middle East. We did last month for one large group of company in Saudi Arabia, and even we did it in the Africa region. And one of the main problem and common issue that they are facing is, like as Samia mentioned, like they are not getting time. They are tied up so much in their day-to-day traditional accounting task, and they don't know how to support the business, how to get the time. So it's up to us, like even if we are not at the director or the CFO level, if even we are working as a senior accountant, chief accountant, or finance manager, we have to put this proposal to the management that, see, there are lots of emerging and digital technologies available. So if you have the budget, and even these days there are lots of competition in the market, like robotic process automation, there are lots of vendors in the market available. So you can implement RPA, robotic process automation, automate your AP, AR. So that can obviously free up lots of resources and time. So you can leverage emerging technology. And obviously, if you have a passion really to become a value creator, you have to take the ownership, initiative, and responsibility, and you have to make the proposal to your management, to your board, or to your CFO or finance director that we can free up time like this, and we can leverage technology. And as Mohammed mentioned, we can eliminate lots of processes by using lean thinking approach. We can also delegate, and of course, and above all, we can leverage emerging technology. So of course, it's also up to us. And finance business partner, as we all know, it's not necessarily a job title. It can be a mindset. It's most importantly, it's more of a mindset than the skill set or than any job title. Even a finance manager, controller, they can act as a finance business partner if they have the right mindset, and if they have the ability to influence the strategic decision making and impact the strategic direction of the company. So I think all of these points are very well, I think very highly practical points that we can apply. So Samia has some questions. Is finance background is must to finance business partner?
Actually, if you are talking about accounting background, there are many successful finance business partners that they don't have an accounting background, but finance basics of finance like P&L calculations or ROI calculations or scenario planning or that stuff, definitely they should have that base. But very good finance business partner doesn't have accounting background. Some of them don't understand even the debit and the credit and all the detailed accounting stuff, but they have to know at least the fundamental of finance background. So yeah, you have a very valid point.
And her second question is, can we be considered as an intermediate between business and finance?
Yeah, definitely finance business partners has a very good opportunities, and the right finance business partner has a promising career to be in one day as a CEO, as the true finance business partner CFOs. As you can see, some of them became CEOs in a very big and the global organizations. So definitely, if they have the right commercial acumen, if they have the right business partnering mindset, and they are creating a true value to their organization, they are very close to customers and other functions, they could be easily in one day as CEOs or GMs. Yes.
Okay, and her next question is there any certificate that can be studied to become a finance business partner?
To be a business partner, there are programs. I can't see some certificate like a certified finance business partner, but there are very good programs. We can have a discussion after our session, and we can share with you all the potential and the current finance business partnering programs, which we can recommend for you. But there is very good practical programs for finance business partner, but it's not a global qualifications like CPA or CMA or whatever. But there is very good programs. I can share it with you shortly.
Okay, I think we can take just last one question from Chandresh. One of the key challenges is how to convince business that finance can really add value so that they can share the necessary information. Otherwise, even if we have all the mentioned tools as well explained here, it wouldn't be too much help. Your thoughts, please.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, for example, to brand for finance business partnering inside organization, we can run, for example, like a customer satisfactory survey. That's one of the things. We can, as I mentioned, we can have a log of all the initiatives that created by finance business partnering, and we can brand for it to our business partners. And also we can quantify the true value creation activities that we have done, and we can quantify it and tell them, guys, we improved the revenue through initiatives 1 to 3 by $2 million or whatever. So this kind of activities which can help us to brand well to our stakeholders, and we can get their buy-in as a true business partners. So people want to see value from us, and also we have a role also to brand well for ourselves. So it's it's two sides activities.
Okay, I think that's all. So we are already, I think, above time. So I think that's all. Mohamed, thank you very much for such insightful and practical presentation on finance business partner as a value creator. And I hope all of people, they are giving very positive feedback and they get lots of value from this webinar. So thank you all the audience as well for your time to attend, and we wish to see you again in our upcoming week's webinar as well. So thank you very much. Thank you all. Take care. And good night.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohamed.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.